get the guns, the drugs from my generation. I'll take the fall, the stage, and across the nation. And it's a sin, the gods, the fake, the fraud, the messing with me. Come on, come on, come on, let's get it out. Move to the music, play that fucking music.
What's up, wrestling fans? It's Jonathan, along with my boy Dave. This is the Curtain Call Wrestling Podcast. It's our very first show. We're going to review the pay-per-view In Your House by NXT. Took place last night. I thought it was a good pay-per-view, Dave. What'd you think?
It was interesting to say the least, man. It was, had a lot of action. Some matches were pretty fast paced. Some were rather brief. They had some interesting spots. Hell of a stage. Callback to the 90s.
Man, I love the stage, dude. The stage looks so good.
It had that retro feel for the original hardcore WWE fan base. It was a really unique callback. But they kicked off the show with a heavy metal song. I'm not exactly sure what the song was, but it was performed by Code Orange.
Never heard of them. I'm pretty sure. I think I was in the shower actually when that was played.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that may be the band who does Bray Wyatt's theme song. Just double check that, fact check that. Yes, Code Orange does Bray Wyatt's theme song. Let Me In.
Okay.
So that was interesting. They reused them, gave them another chance.
Yeah.
And they absolutely killed it because when that song hit, I was pumped. I love Screamo, so
I don't. Sorry.
I was pumped. The blood was pumping.
They kicked off with a women's triple threat tag team match. Be honest, I didn't watch it, and nobody else that I know watched it either. In fact, one of my buddies actually skipped it entirely because it was just not good.
Well, I actually watched the match, so
well, how was it?
I'll give y'all a brief rundown. So, women's triple threat match, no titles on the line. Classic heel versus face tag team. The matches were, the heel team was Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. And on the face team was Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and Tegan Knox. Overall,
Tegan Knox is pretty good. I like Tegan Knox.
She looks good.
Our TV keeps going out, by the way.
Yeah, you fix that, Johnny. Technical difficulties, guys.
It's our first one,
We'll get that sorted out, and going forward. But anyways, back to the match. Candice LeRae, I mean, she's a dime piece.
Oh, absolutely.
But as far as the action, I would say it was a solid match overall. They didn't have a whole lot of interesting spots, but they did tell a pretty good story. Candice LeRae had heat going into it.
Yeah.
So she kind of kept that going. She acted like she was gonna start the match off, kind of teased like she was gonna approach. I think it was Mia Yim maybe who started the match with her, and then she was like, I'm too good for this, tagged back out. So she's pretty good at what she does as far as gaining heat because she did that. But overall, I know there was one point in the match where somebody was getting pinned and Mia Yim went to come break it up and completely missed. I completely botched the breakup. And like the women in the ring. I don't want to, I don't want to make it sound like I'm trashing them too much, but
Yeah.
I wasn't buying their emotions. I wasn't buying their sales to moves or anything. It was just, it looked robotic and it looked heavily scripted. Like, it didn't come off natural.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was, when a match is like that, I'm just saying, I'm kind of over it because I'm not.
Yeah. They don't have good chemistry in the ring. What you saying?
It was terrible. Yeah, it was not. It was not great.
I tell you what match was good. The next one, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. That match was awesome. Damian Priest showed out big time. He impressed me a lot. He also impressed Dave. Of course, Finn Balor is Mr. Takeover. I think that was his 11th.
Speaking of Takeover,
11 or 12th win last night at Takeover. It was a phenomenal match. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. What do you think of Damian Priest?
Damian Priest, boy, that's somebody I do not want me to kick me in the head. He had what looked to be like a Trouble in Paradise, which is a move used by the other WWE superstar, Kofi Kingston.
Who they completely buried, by the way.
Former WWE champion, who they should not have let...
Absolutely shit on.
They should not have let Brock beat that man in 10 seconds on SmackDown. But they did because, Brock's money and Fox's,
Yeah.
But they killed that. And
Did.
But he does, it's like what is it, like a 360 roundhouse
basically.
kick to the back of the head.
Looks just like Trouble in Paradise, if that's what you're asking.
It's incredible. That's all I can say about that. And it looks like it hurts. And, I mean, Finn Balor, we know what we're getting from Finn Balor. Besides his alter ego, the Demon.
Yeah. Who hadn't been in it? He hadn't been around in a while.
Never loses, probably on vacation.
Yeah. In hell.
But I would not want a coup de grace because he killed Shinsuke at the Rumble.
Royal Rumble 2017.
He killed him.
Killed him.
I definitely liked what I saw from Damian Priest. He impressed me. I'm sure he impressed a lot of people last night.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he's going to be a big star going forward. He carries himself well in the ring. Has good chemistry. He had good chemistry with Finn, and if that tells you anything, he'll probably have good chemistry with a lot of other wrestlers, especially when he gets called up to the main card, like other superstars are doing at this time. I know, what's his name? Matt Riddle just got called
up to SmackDown, yeah.
We're expecting other people to get called up. There was one person who I was expecting to get called up because he had a title match, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Next match on the card was Keith Lee and Gargano.
Man. Huge fan of Keith Lee. We're also big Dragon Ball fans, so the fact that his finishers are Big Bang Attack and Spirit Bomb, all for it, absolutely. And I love Johnny Gargano, face of NXT. He's been the face of NXT for a while. Big fan of his, but man, that match last night, any match with him in it, really, it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to come out with a move called the Death Beam. Like Freezer.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, my God, this TV.
Boom. Smoke them. Yeah.
Our TV keeps going out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that, but we got the entertainment right here. You know what I'm saying? Moneymaker.
I don't understand why it's why is it doing? I'm just gonna turn it off.
Big Papa Pump.
No more TV.
Yeah. I mean, NXT in your house. You'll see it more in the future.
Yeah. Sorry about that. First one.
Keith Lee and Gargano. I mean, when you got a man, they say he's what, 280? There's no way.
He's pushed. No, they said it was 240.
Yeah,
they said it was 240.
He's at least 300.
He's pushed about 300.
Yeah. But can hit a back handspring and can hit a backflip off turnbuckle.
And kick your head off while he's at it.
I mean, just imagine Big Show or Rikishi hitting a moonsault.
Well, the last time they did that, ring collapsed.
Yeah. Man.
Rikishi actually got chokeslammed off Hell in a Cell.
Lesnar almost, no, he did break his neck. So yeah.
Oh, that shooting star.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's WrestleMania 19.
He almost died.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the ending. He was supposed to hit it and pin.
Oh, he hit it.
Yeah, he hit his head.
Yeah.
Fucking killed him.
But Keith Lee Gargano, I mean, they had some hellacious stunts. Keith Lee threw Gargano through the barrier, which they had if you didn't watch it, they had like metal railing going along the sides, going around the ring, going around the stage with NXT's covers over them. But they had like plexiglass up on top of the barricades, and they had wrestlers who weren't wrestling at the show behind them, acting as like a crowd, providing ring noise.
All right. Due to COVID-19, which
Yeah.
show without the show without fans is just
It's
it's a hit, but man, they do so well with it.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's
So yeah, the leftover talent is what the crowd is.
it's
But
never,
Gargano got thrown through it. Back to your story. I'm sorry.
it's never easy having a show or any entertainment with this COVID crisis pandemic going on, but they're doing what they can without fans. But wrestling is just a real tricky business to pull off without fans there. And side story, Drew McIntyre getting his championship moment after a long journey of up and downs, and gets his WrestleMania moment beating Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship,
Oh, absolutely.
and had no fans there to give him a pop or anything. And his run right now has kind of been stale due to that
Kind of stagnant.
lack of energy, and NXT shows just haven't been on par to where they were without the fans. And I feel like this pay-per-view could have definitely benefited from the fans. It was a solid pay-per-view overall, but without the fans, it would have made it just that much more better.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the action in the ring.
Let me just add real quick that I think we believe NXT is way better than the main roster,
Oh, it's
simply by who runs it and the creative team. Any real wrestling fan will realize that
The game.
NXT is head and shoulders above the main roster right
And
now.
you know why? Because, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Just point blank.
Shawn Michaels, who's the greatest wrestler of all time, by the way,
The Undertaker.
it's Shawn Michaels.
It's not Shawn Michaels.
Yes, it is.
It's... Anyways.
Drop that in the comments if you watch this video. Who you think's better, Shawn Michaels or the Undertaker?
Shawn Michaels sucks, bro.
No, oh my God, no, he does not. Anyway, back to
He's trash, bro. Anyways, Keith Lee absolutely destroyed Gargano on the outside of the ring.
show deal.
Similar to what he did on NXT a while back to an opponent, sending them flying over the barricade, crashed through the plexiglass, and then Keith Lee picked him up, and they did a spot near the stage. I was hoping he would actually throw Gargano through the house, because the way they did it, they had a house prop on wheels, and Gargano cut a promo inside of a house, in your house, and he actually came through the door that the stage was on, and it was a perfect transition.
Yeah, show. Well, it was beautifully done.
It was a perfect transition into the match, so I was hoping Keith Lee would throw his ass back through the door, but it didn't happen. But it was a cool spot either way.
The first spot where Keith Lee actually hit somebody in the crowd, the guy that he did it to was Adam Cole, who's now the NXT champion.
Yeah, he killed him.
We'll get to him a little bit later.
Looks like Shawn Michaels.
Nah, he ain't as good though.
Hey, my God.
Adam Cole is great, but
Adam
Shawn
Cole.
Michaels is number one.
Adam Cole, baby. I love Gargano as a heel, natural heat.
Oh, absolutely.
I love what he did when Keith Lee tried to grab him through the ropes and pulled the keys out from his tights that he put in there and tried to gouge Keith Lee's eye out again. And
Yeah. It was pretty good.
that was great. Numerous times, I could have thought it could have went either way. Easily could have went either way. I think I'm almost positive Keith Lee finished it off with a big bang attack, pinned him. That was it. Definitely.
I thought it was a spirit bomb. I think he hit him with a spirit bomb. It was a big bang
I
attack.
think it was a big bang attack.
He should have hit him with
He
a big
did
bang.
he did hit the spirit bomb, but I don't think that's what finished him off.
He should have hit him with a big bang Kamehameha
Should've hit
for all
him
our Dragon Ball fans
Death
out there.
beam
Oh, God.
or a death ball. But phenomenal match.
It was A+ in our book.
I mean, it's hard for me to give a match 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Just based on what I've seen over the years.
I'll give it 4.
I would definitely give Keith Lee Gargano 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I would give the Finn Balor Damian Priest match 4 out of 5.
Absolutely. By the way, also we forgot a point in that match. Damian Priest took a bump on some steel steps.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, it looked like it broke his back. That's almost exactly how Shawn Michaels broke his back in '98.
It looked like Damian Priest was going to toss Finn Balor off of his shoulders from the apron onto the steps. I was hoping that would happen.
But Balor reversed it and hit him with a forearm.
Knocked Damian Priest off the
And
apron.
boy, did it look bad.
It hurt. He took a hell of a bump.
He did.
Landing on his back on the steel steps. Yeah, that was
It was hard to watch.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, boy, it was ugly.
But anyways, our next match on the card, and I was actually surprised to see this match so early. Adam Cole versus The Dream in a parking lot brawl match.
For the NXT Championship. That is the NXT Championship, and it's halfway into the show.
Yeah, I bet.
This is just me, old school guy, and I think you kind of feel the same way. The main championship should always be the main event. I don't care who's in it. It should be in the main event. But this match, for some reason, was halfway through, and it's parking lot brawl.
And we'll get to the reason why later in the video.
And Velveteen Dream came out in a Negan cosplay outfit that looked dope as fuck. I loved it.
Yeah, but he didn't really use the baseball bat.
He sure didn't. Well, he did. He did bang the car up a little bit.
Yeah, so...
But he didn't bust a window out, which was kind of stupid.
Adam Cole kind of got in one of the cars that was beside the ring and was trying to escape Velveteen. And I was really hoping Velveteen, instead of just beating on the car hood and the doors, would just smash some of those windows
And
out.
well, back in our day, they do that.
But, back in the PG era,
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah. Too violent. We don't want to promote violence.
Yeah, so.
Even though all of it's fake anyway, it's just entertainment.
Wolverine.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't like about this match was the cinema feel. I think they're getting, Taker and AJ.
Boneyard match.
The Boneyard match at WrestleMania was just phenomenal.
Oh, it was.
And Taker looked like a straight badass, which, because he is, I definitely wouldn't fight him.
No.
But this match between Adam Cole and Velveteen was kind of done the same way. And it just did not have that. It didn't have a great feel to it. I think if they probably would have just had a regular match, it would have been so much better. But this whole parking lot brawl and with the cinema feel, it did not do them justice whatsoever.
I didn't think the cinema feel was that bad, but
I did.
I definitely felt like there was a lack of spots, given it's supposed to be a parking lot brawl match.
Yeah.
And again, given what I've seen in the past, they could have just done so much more. Hardly any use of chairs.
Even though they threw about 40 in the ring.
Yeah,
and didn't use one.
One brief fire extinguisher.
Or did they use one?
Yeah.
It was a Panama Sunrise onto it. Out of the 400 chairs that's in the ring, they used one.
There wasn't many good spots. I was hoping somebody would actually go in one of those buildings that they had surrounding the ring in the parking lot and, come flying off of like a fire escape or something, hit a swanton, Jeff Hardy style. But that didn't happen. But I did like the fact that they did have like a little run-in action, and then Adam Cole had one of his buddies come out from under the ring and throw the little idiots' opponents in the trunk and drive off with them.
That was Velveteen's buddy.
I thought that was pretty funny. There was two of them.
Well, yeah, but Velveteen's guy threw the Undisputed Era. Right. In the back of the car, threw him in the trunk and drove off, which was awesome.
And then, but another thing was Velveteen absolutely beat the shit out of Adam Cole.
For a solid 10 minutes.
Adam Cole hits one move and pins the Dream, and his dream died.
And that was actually the stipulation of that match was if Velveteen lost, he could not challenge Adam Cole anymore for the NXT Championship, which a lot of us were thinking at that point that, okay, Velveteen's going to go over, and he's going to be the champion. And it looked that way throughout the entire match because Velveteen beat the shit out of him profusely. And then they get in the ring and it's one Panama Sunrise and it's over. Velveteen hit him with both his finishers, and I mean, Adam Cole hit him with one, and it was over. Did not get that one at all. Oh, you bringing that one out?
Yeah,
bring mine out.
Got to bring it out to gold.
See, we're old school.
Real belts.
These are the real ones.
You can get these on WWEnetwork.com.
WWEshop.com.
Same thing. They ain't cheap, by the way.
No, they're not. But they're worth it. I love mine.
But when you got money like us, you know.
Oh, that's upside down.
So,
boom.
Back to the match. There had been rumors flying that Adam Cole and some other people would be called up to the main roster here shortly. Matt Riddle got called up. Many people thought Adam Cole, with his match coming up at In Your House, was going to be one of those. So I was fully expecting the Dream to go over.
Everybody was.
Given the stipulation and given that the Dream was absolutely kicking ass the whole match.
Really? I mean...
And then...
It gave us Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan vibes. That's for another video.
Don't get me started. This match...
I know how you feel about that one.
This video will never end if we get on that topic right now.
Yeah.
That's probably the next video. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But be looking out for it. Yeah, there's not much I can say about that match. Dream, I would have went with the Dream over Adam Cole.
Absolutely.
Put Adam Cole on the main roster, let him flourish. But, Triple H gets paid more than I do, so I'll stick with his decision. Anything you want to say about anything about that match?
No, I agree. I'd have had Velveteen go over. I think he's earned it. Adam Cole's had a hell of a run with the NXT title. But I feel like they're doing Adam Cole like they kind of did with AJ Styles in 2017 and 2018. AJ had the title for 400 and something days. I mean, it might have been longer than that. And I think once you get to a certain point, I think the fans kind of get burnt out on it. Which means Adam Cole is Adam Cole. He's great. He's over. He'll always be over. But I think the fans, sometimes you got to go with something different. You got to pull the trigger on someone else just to see how it goes. I mean, if it doesn't go great, you can always go back. I mean, that's a good thing about that's a good thing about wrestling. But no, if it was me, I would have gone with Velveteen Dream.
Well, believe me, fan burnout is a thing.
Yeah, it is.
We'll get to that here shortly.
Shortly. Very shortly.
I know y'all probably wondering what's coming up, but trust me, it's coming.
Yeah.
Coming, baby.
And I guarantee most of you know when we start talking about it.
Yeah, burnout. So, next match, Tommaso Ciampa versus Karrion Kross.
Who was actually, it was Kross's debut match in NXT.
Let me tell you, dude. Karrion Kross
is a bad motherfucker.
He's jacked. And he kind of looks like The Rock, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, he does.
The Rock could kick.
He definitely has a tattoo going.
So, yeah.
Ciampa, though, Ciampa is a man.
I was expecting, because I know...
His beard is just... Oh.
Anyways. I know what Tommaso Ciampa can do. I've seen what he can do at takeovers in the past. I don't really know too much about Karrion Kross yet. Like we said, this is his debut. But the decision to have Kross just completely squash Ciampa.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
I didn't get it. The match was... If you blink, you would have probably missed it.
If you've ever watched a Brock Lesnar match from like 2017 to present, that's about what it looked like.
Yeah, what was it? SummerSlam 14-15, where John Cena died at the hands of Brock Lesnar.
His favorite, by the way, is John Cena.
That was...
Big Match John.
That was... Don't get me.
No, but this match was it was terrible.
Don't get me
I'm sure Ciampa probably agreed to it. I wish he wouldn't have, because he got absolutely butt railed. Probably couldn't say butt railed.
I get the point of it. You're trying to build up Karrion Kross, probably like some strong ass character.
Yeah.
Like a Strowman or a Wyatt Rusev type deal. But let them go out there, have a kick-ass match, without the fans, not their fault.
Yeah.
Let them go out there, put on a hell of a match, and then let Kross go over.
Yeah.
It still makes him look good.
Yeah.
And
it wouldn't make Ciampa look weak.
No, because
Ciampa ran through the NXT before he got his neck injured.
Okay, let's just say down the road, if you let Ciampa win the title, everybody's, oh, well, he got his ass kicked back when so-and-so just absolutely scrubbed him.
Yeah, and it's in his first match. It's his first match.
Yeah.
And they let him pretty much just, I'm not going to say bury, but he ran through Ciampa.
He did. It wasn't even...
And Ciampa's not small. Y'all know that, y'all that watch NXT, y'all know that he is a man among men.
Yeah.
That dude is jacked. I love his beard. I love everything about Ciampa. I definitely would have had them do a great match, like you said, and have Cross go over if that was the plan. Definitely would not have had him squash Ciampa in his debut.
Definitely
match.
not. I give that like a 2 out of 5. That was just
I give it a 1.
complete dump.
A half. Half a star.
Anyways.
Half a star.
We got to get to the action. We got to get to the point. You know, the heart, the meat of this video.
Which a lot of you will love because we're about to shit on somebody that I'm pretty sure y'all shit on as well.
Triple threat for the women's NXT championship.
Is the main event of this show.
Main event, people. Main event. Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Charlotte Flair. Could you imagine that? Charlotte Flair
in the main event?
No way. The NXT Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Io Shirai. Charlotte Flair in the main event. Can you imagine Charlotte Flair?
Charlotte Flair, people.
I mean, during this match, they announced that Charlotte Flair was going to be in this. This was her 66th championship appearance.
Her 66th title match in her WWE career.
I mean, she's only been wrestling, what, 8 years?
Yeah. 66 title matches.
66.
66.
66. If you aren't familiar,
66.
66, bro.
Kurt Hawkins had like 1 or 2. He
Hell,
won one of them.
Yeah. So
66
anyways,
people.
they put on a hell of a match.
It was really good. I wanted Rhea Ripley to win.
Rhea Ripley's hot.
Show is.
Yeah, she could. Yeah. So, she they did some.
I'd have to dub that one.
They did some hellacious spots. I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying Charlotte Flair is a bad wrestler. She's great in the ring.
She really is.
She's one of the best talents that they have on the women's roster on any brand. NXT, SmackDown, Raw, doesn't matter. She's one of the best. You know, she gets it from her father, the Nature Boy. Woo!
The Nature Boy.
The limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling dealing.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, you know him. I hope you know him.
And by the way, they aired a 24 special on Ric Flair after the pay-per-view. It was great. I love Ric Flair.
Go check it out, WWE Network.
He's number 2 on my list as far as the greatest of all time. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. It was a phenomenal match. I loved the spot. I was surprised they didn't do it prior to this match with Io Shirai jumping off of the stage prop that they had of the doorway. She jumped off that onto the opponents. I love that. I'm trying to think of some other spots.
Definitely gives you like a WWF early 2000 WWE feel with Jeff Hardy jumping off everything.
They definitely had a lot of back and forth action. Couple near falls. Charlotte Flair slamming Rhea Ripley's head into the outside barrier, and then she threw Io Shirai into Rhea Ripley, which hit the barricade again.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that the match outcome was ever in question, really. Everybody kind of knew probably who was really gonna
go over.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair. I mean, everybody's like, oh, she's in another title match, so she's probably gonna win. But then she didn't. Io Shirai actually
came out and won. I thought Rhea Ripley was gonna win.
She hit a aerial move off the turnbuckle
while Rhea Ripley was locked in the figure 8 leg lock by Charlotte Flair. She hit a moonsault
onto Rhea Ripley's head.
Yeah, completely missed her body.
Yeah, probably knocked her out.
I mean, that was the first thing I think me and you noticed when she hit it was like, oh God, she just landed on her head.
Yeah, she took.
I would not be surprised if Rhea Ripley had a mild 2 concussion.
Yeah, she took her straight to the dome.
I mean, it was she was real knocked out.
So Charlotte Flair got the figure 8 locked in on Rhea Ripley inside the ring. Io Shirai jumps off turnbuckle, hits Rhea Ripley, covers, pins, wins the title. I would give that match probably 3, 4 out of 5.
I would give it. I would give it a 3. I'll give it a 3.
It was good, but it rubs me the wrong way that Charlotte Flair got yet another title opportunity. And then
breaking news on WWE today.
What do you know?
On Monday Night Raw tonight, Charlotte Flair goes one-on-one in her rematch with Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship.
Her 67th championship appearance. 67, bro. If you ain't familiar, check it.
67 title matches.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly,
she just lost the title last night. Now she's in and I guarantee she wins. Guarantee. I almost fell out of my chair.
I would put a paycheck that says Charlotte picks that title up. And that's going to be either her 12th or 13th, probably, championship in her history, her brief history.
Yeah.
She hasn't been in wrestling 10 years.
No.
And she's almost got as many titles as
her father, Ric Flair, who had a 36-year career and won 16 world championships.
I mean, I don't get it, guy. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean.
Only one other person in WWE history has matched Ric Flair with 16 championships, and that is the over-pushed Big Match John Cena.
You damn right, because he's a.
Well, I will admit that is one of the best designs for the WWE
He's the doctor of
Championship.
thugonomics, if you didn't know.
Yeah, but still.
But anyways,
Charlotte Flair.
Overpushed.
Overrated. I'm not going to say overrated, because she is good in the ring.
She is good, but.
God, we're so tired of seeing her.
Yeah. It makes you know who it makes me feel like? Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
And I know that's somebody we haven't talked about in a while because he's been
off TV for a little while.
He's been off TV due to concerns for his family.
Right,
and stuff.
absolutely.
Amongst this COVID-19, I respect him for
absolutely,
that.
Yeah.
And I actually gained a little bit more respect for him during this COVID pandemic. Him sticking up for himself.
Absolutely.
And, WWE's philosophy, there's always somebody to replace you. And always somebody can fill your spot. And he didn't care. I mean, he could go anywhere right now and be huge.
Yeah.
So, props to Roman. I gained more respect for you.
However, Roman, there has been a lot of shit in WWE that you've done that we absolutely hated.
Yeah, but that's another video.
That's another video.
But
mad respect to you, Roman.
Yeah.
You're a great guy. You're a great wrestler. Don't let anybody say otherwise. Regardless of what anybody says, it definitely has been kind of boring without you there, honestly.
And it's boring without you there, the fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully they get you and us, because we fully expect to be attending WrestleMania 37 in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. We attended WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. It was our first one that we went to together.
It was lit.
And it was awesome.
It was lit. But back to the match, Charlotte Flair, if you ever come across this video, you're a phenomenal wrestler, not taking anything away from you in the ring, but I need you out of the title picture for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nikki Cross is somebody that I know she's in the tag team, whatever, but I think she could have a great run with the title. Bayley is doing a phenomenal job with the SmackDown Women's Championship. I thought her run back in 2017 with the Raw Women's Championship kind of staled out early. But her run right now as a heel is freaking phenomenal. I love that. But I thought Charlotte just, I agree. Yeah. Charlotte needs to.
While we're on the topic of phenomenal, I've got to put this out there, Johnny. Have you seen Sasha Banks? Smoking, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. So let's see. We've talked about.
I don't know if we can say that.
Yeah, we can say it.
Okay.
It is. It doesn't matter.
Roll Tide.
Yes. We've pretty much covered everything on NXT in your house. A match that was announced this morning, when this video is made, Monday, June 8th, 2020.
Yeah.
Women's tag match announced for Backlash this Sunday on the WWE Network.
Again, another thing I don't understand.
Bayley and Sasha Banks defend against Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, which is a rematch. But they've also added the Iconics, Peyton Royce, and what's her name? What's her name, bro?
I don't know. I just know them by the Iconics,
dude.
I know they haven't been on TV in like a year,
bro.
And so I don't understand why they're really in. I don't understand why they're in this match. I think they just kind of threw him in. Again, I don't know why. They, in my opinion, they haven't earned it.
Dude, I just went blank. Billy Kay.
Billy Kay.
Jesus Christ. Peyton Royce and Billy Kay
as the Iconics, who for some reason are now in this match. And again, going back to what I will not be surprised if they win, even though they have done nothing to earn this title match. I bet they win, and if they do, I'm not watching. I'm not watching SmackDown as long as they're champion.
Shout out to Sean Spears, by the way, dude. You got a steal. The Iconics truly are iconic. I love them.
I don't like them.
They haven't been really much in the ring, but you know, eye candy like back in the day.
And they're bad on the mic.
I mean, good Lord. I mean, have you ever seen Trish
Well,
Stratus?
they're okay on the mic.
Woo! What?
Okay, but that's our era, though. You can't compare these divas to what we grew up with.
I can try.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. But anyways, are there any more matches announced for? Oh, yeah, the greatest match ever. Have you ever heard that before?
The greatest wrestling match ever took place at WrestleMania 25 with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. That is literally dubbed the greatest match in wrestling history, my WrestleMania history. I know that for a fact.
It was.
Edge versus Orton. Look, I love Edge versus Orton. I think we took them for granted when we were kids and how good they were.
We did.
But that's not going to be the greatest wrestling match ever. Edge is 46 years old. Not, hey, he's in the best shape of his life, and I'm so happy he came back. But that is not. It's going to be a great match, but it's not going to be the greatest ever.
It's going to be good, and we're going to be here to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre is announced for WWE Championship.
Yeah.
You know, we'll probably have a predictions video, recap video coming up.
Oh, definitely have the recap video.
Are there any other matches we've got?
No, but I think that's it. I think we've covered it all.
That's all that's been announced so far.
Mm-hmm.
Be looking out for new videos coming up. Not exactly sure on our schedule yet.
I know our next video is going to be a match review of Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan from SummerSlam 2005, the Legend versus Icon. If you haven't watched that match, go watch it because you will realize how stupid Shawn Michaels make Hulk Hogan look. And we'll discuss that in our next video. Until next time, I'm Johnny. This is Dave from the Curtain Call Wrestling Podcast.
Bro, what are you doing? Back that up. Please subscribe, like the video, comment what you think in the description, you know, comment box. Let us know what you think so we can talk to you guys. We'll chat it up. Follow us on Twitter at the CCWP, the Curtain Call Wrestling Podcast. We just started that off today. We look to connect with you guys. And yes, this is Johnny. I'm Dave. 2 guys, 1 show, if you didn't know.
We'll see you next time.
Appreciate it, guys.